Good morning. Hey. Put some chipper music on this morning. Cruising. Hi. How's everybody doing this morning? We'll stop that for now. I just thought because it's kind of gloomy that I put a little magic music up this morning to get us going, right? Right? So, good morning. Kind of sounded like frequencies too, didn't it? I'm going to talk about frequencies today and what we're experiencing. But first, I want to run through the planets real quick for the week. Where we have to play dodgeball and where we don't, right? Ay, ay, ay. Last week was a doozy, huh? So the good news was last week Mercury went direct. So that's a blessing, right? That went retrograde May 26th. So we had all this nonsense going on for 3 weeks that we were trying to. And man, some of my friends were telling me, whoa, they got hit hard. My one friend told me it was her air conditioner and it was this and it was that. And my garage door opener died. But, you know, now I have a brand new one. It's real quiet. It's real nice. And so that's done. That's over with. And so that was last Tuesday. And then last Thursday was the full moon I talked about in Capricorn in my column. And that really, really triggered some strange events. We kind of had a little personal, energetic thing within our own family. So fortunately, everybody was okay. But anyway, I won't get into that. So I think that sometimes full moons can be like like if you have a cyst, right? And it's just building and filling up with poison, and then like the full moon just blows it wide open, right? So then last Friday, Neptune went retrograde. So if any of you kind of felt the fog machine roll in a little bit, or you're experiencing those waves of like, man, where are my keys? Where are my keys? And your keys are in your hand. That's Neptune. That's Neptune at work. It's not consistent, but some days it might hit you a little harder than others, right? So just understand. So slow down a bit, right? And just, retrace your steps and just move through in a methodical manner, right? That's all we can do. Let's see. So this week, we have a bunch of squares, but at least we have like a few days here to just kind of, grab onto the railing or get our sea legs a little bit, because these squares don't start until Thursday. All right, hold on. I took notes because I'm like Aunt Clara anymore. I don't remember, and I don't where things are or where I am sometimes. So hold on a second here. All right, so Thursday, July 1st, Mars is in a mood to fight this week. Let me tell you, it's true. So Mars is going to enter the boxing ring with Saturn, okay, on Thursday. And Mars is in Leo, and Saturn's in Aquarius, although it's retrograde. So, Aquarius is the logical, let's have a plan, let's make sense out of things, let's, be mindful. And then, Mars is in Leo, so that's a lot of, instantaneous reactions, or, knee-jerk reactions when Mars heads into a square. Mars and Leo is actually really fun. It's creating a lot of opportunities for romance and things of that nature, and gatherings and getting together and seeing people. But when planets square off, no fun. Trines are good. It isn't really a triangle. I don't know why I did that. Trines are good. Squares not so good. All right, so that's on Thursday. And then Saturday, Mars picks a fight with another planet. and not normally like this, but so let's see. Mars is hitting the boxing ring with Uranus on Saturday. So that's going to maybe not as knee-jerk, but that's going to create some strange vibes, right? And like I said, Neptune's retrograde until December 1st, so some of these could be just misunderstandings, so if we don't understand something, let's ask questions, or let's, could you reiterate that for me, okay? And then, great. What is one of the most, other than Christmas and Thanksgiving and Easter, 4th of July, family time, right? Okay. Well, the sun, which is in Cancer, which is all about home and family, and, is going to square off with Chiron, which is in Aries. So, although this might... this might rip the Band-Aid off, or it could, pull the blinders off somebody that's constantly making, excuses, or the codependent family member that, oh, we gotta button that away, or we gotta do this and do that, shut that off so it's not dinging and ringing. So this actually could be a good thing if there's that one family member that just keeps creating crisis and challenges, and then, the other family members, circle the wagons around them, and, oh, but they can't help it. And we all know somebody like that, right? So this circumstance, or this planetary square, right, could really, like, the light bulb go off with somebody that we may have been worried about, or had some kind of, concerns with, or that they've just gone to sleep and they're looking the other way, and we always hope that enlightenment will come into play here, right? So Sunday could actually not be as bad as we think. Sunday could be the taking the rose-colored glasses off and going, oh, no. Nope, we're done. We're setting boundaries. You stole money out of my purse, or you took something, or, somebody got injured because of your carelessness, or, maybe your bad habits, or their bad habits, I should say. So, but let's be mindful and observant when we are navigating around. We have to be careful too. Let's not go, oh, I think they're okay, if they're half in the bag, or you don't want them tossing the baby in the air and turning around, and you know what I mean? So that's kind of what's going on planetary wise. I didn't do one last week. Well, I did a little tiny one. My son was home from Los Angeles. He turned 40. How is that? How did that happen? I'm only 47, so how can he be 40? No, I don't lie about my age. Everybody knows how old I am. But so last week I took a few days off, to spend some time, or partial days or whatever, to make time for my family, and it really, really, it did me a world of good. It really did. So we had a small gathering here, and we had a piñata and music playing, and we had balloons, and it was wonderful. It really was. it's hard when you have family far away, but I'm proud that my loved ones make the leap, and both of my boys, I'm so proud of them and who they are and what they've accomplished. It just, it was nice. It really was nice. So, so I want to talk about frequencies, like surviving frequencies, right? Because we're being bombarded with these, trends, and there's a lot of you have been having like really weird dreams and downloading data from your loved ones on the other side, or your spiritual guides, and so sometimes it gets to be so much, and the earth is actually experiencing these unusual frequencies as well. Some of this is just kind of like a comeuppance, where the powers that be, are not tending to the earth and making sure that she's safe and she's okay, and being protected from, I'm going to use the word molestation, because she's basically being raped, and there's no thought into like the dangers of that. And in our locally, we saw a real let me choose my words carefully, Greek atrocity with a chemical plant just, 10 miles north here. From the lack of protection and getting away with not following the guidelines, and whatever's cheapest and whatever brings us the most money. And this is going on globally, but now there's a little repelling going on now. So Mother Earth is fighting back. So in the midst of all of this is going to activate some really interesting or powerful frequencies that we will sense as mortals, and we may not understand exactly how to navigate through those. So I'm going to try to walk us through that today to the best of our abilities. How do we, as everything is speeding up and as karmic balance and justice is being served, how do we, as just the neighbor lady or the neighbor man, how do we maintain our center? Like, how do we do it with these energetic shifts going on so quickly now? The funny thing is, ironic, I guess, nothing was funny about it, but I'm always telling people to get outside, right? Get outside, walk around. Well, a week ago or 2 weeks ago tomorrow, because of these toxins, and you weren't safe to go outside. That had to happen, I guess, in order for balance to be restored, and in order for almost like a punishment to be served. You don't get to get away with these things. Meanwhile, and I'm trying very hard not to get on a soapbox. I'm trying to stay very level with this. But, these things, we are victims, or we are experiencing these, and when you get hit with just 1, 2, 3, 4, whether it's planetary, whether it's global, you can't help but feel it. You don't have to do what I do, right? To feel this, something's not right, in your gut. And that can be all consuming. It can be. And staying on the balance beam, basically. Not getting too far down the rabbit hole where everything you're consuming is dark and scary, right? Yet, on the other hand, we want to be informed, because we don't want to be wandering around with toxic ash floating over our heads either, or any other number of things, right? So, and we observe, because Mercury retrograde went direct this past Tuesday. So we observe people driving erratically, or we're bombarded with these different, elements and frequencies, and it's really easy to become reactive to it. It's like there's a power of wills going on. All right? It's almost like a petulant child. The frequencies don't care if they get an ice cream cone, right? Or if they get a paddling. As long as you're feeding it, right? As long as you're feeding it and paying attention to it and responding to it, that's all this heavier energy or this chaotic energy is hoping for. That you'll jump on the bandwagon or become reactive to it, or allow yourself to be gaslit by it, so on and so forth. And this can come either in the form of a personal relationship, right? Or it can come as a form of, a global experience. Because many times people don't give themselves enough credit. They're feeling, I don't know, you wake up uneasy, or maybe you were fine, and, as the, afternoon rolls into the evening, all of a sudden this sense of dread creeps up on you, right? You feel these things. You feel these I have clients that are, sensitive and intuitive, and, they can, picked up on Fukushima, the earthquake that happened. I think it was an earthquake. I might have said that wrong. The day before. And our normal gut reaction is to, take inventory with our loved ones right within our own backyard, right? I don't feel right, send a little text, hey, how are you? Hey, you doing okay? But a lot of times people don't give themselves credit for sensing, something far away, or a chaotic event. They're like, why would I? They don't give themselves credit to be sensitive to that, but we are all collected. We are all part of a collective consciousness, and we're going to feel disruption. It doesn't have to be with just our family or our friends. And so, embracing that, all right, understanding it and staying calm and centered through it is key. It's not always easy. Bringing yourself back to center isn't easy, especially when there's chaos all around us, right? All of you may have a different resource to tap into. It may be prayer, it may be meditation. One of my favorites, when I feel these frequencies start to bog me down, put some music on, earbuds in the ear, sing, okay? That raises your vibration. You don't have to be a good singer. I love to sing. I'm not saying that I can sing. I just know it makes me happy. And I know that it raises my vibrational level to a place that's healthy, okay? If you don't feel comfortable, don't do something you don't feel comfortable with, but take the steps you need to take. It's like your head blows open, right? Okay? Take the steps you need to take to just bring it all back to center. Don't leave any pieces out anywhere, right? Okay. Don't feed the dialogue. Don't feed into, and if you're noticing, people that maybe you're talking to, and they're coming at you with, oh, these people didn't like me, and those people don't like me, and that's their insecurity. But let's put the brakes on. Let's rewind the tape. Let's only allow small doses of that narrative coming into your brain, into your ear. All right, change the subject. Because it's like, I don't want to say it's a struggle of good and evil, but it's the best way to describe it, like kind of layman's terms kind of a thing. Okay, this is sort of what's transpiring right now, But, because, good and evil, I don't know. It's so defined. It's like, this is black and white, It's black and it's white. And it's like, no, everything's kind of gray right now, including the sky, right? So, walking through those experiences and narratives with dignity and with deep breaths, blowing out, My sister had a really nice chant she says she's been using. Breathe in, golden sun. Breathe out, silver moon. Breathe in, golden sun. Breathe out, silver moon. You can make up any one you want. I just kind of liked it. I stole it from her. I told her I was going to too, so. But I wanted to touch base with you guys and, I don't know, give you a little B12 shot in the arm, right? This is a big transitional shift that's going to, like, coming into 2023, that'll be the start of, what's the word I'm looking for? The benevolent, empathetic, sweetness, balance, and fairness that our planet and those who inhabit it deserve. So right now, what we're, with Saturn's in Aquarius and it's retrograde, right now what we're experiencing, and Saturn's going through things and straightening things out and, correcting courses that have gone off course, making things fair. But it doesn't always look fair in the initial picture, right? Snapping on the panoramic lens, looking at the entire picture. It doesn't, because we're so used to instant gratification and responses that to, whatever it is, that it's hard for us to broaden that lens, expand that lens out and go, okay, this is happening because this has to happen, because this has to happen. It's hard for us to do that now because we've been, for the last 20 years, we've been sold this, instant, faster, faster banking, faster internet, our lunch will be ready in 5 minutes or less, or it's free. We've been sold that narrative. So we've compartmentalized the way we process things, So, like I said, be mindful, okay, with the things that are coming at you. Be mindful, you know, take breathing exercises seriously. I guess it's safe to go back outside again. I have been anyway. Connect with nature. Music is so good for us. It really is. It doesn't matter what kind of music you like. Whatever raises your vibrational frequency, that will heal your physical being, right? Because if we're not right up here and we're frantic up here, that's going to manifest illness throughout here. That's what happens. So, whatever your form of activity is, whether it's dance or exercise or just walking, or if you're a runner or what, you know, adopt one of those policies, including your breathing, to let's move through this with grace and dignity. Saturn will move into Pisces in March of 2023. Okay. And that's where we're going to see the humanitarian element, the fairness, the balance, the communities coming together on all levels. That's for 3 years. So, but what happens in those 3 years? I don't know what that was. What happens in those 3 years will change the course of the way the world negotiates with us, with its inhabitants too, because we will be in a position, we'll be untangled from all of this, grab this, buy this, you have to have this, and love and balance will conquer all, right? So, it seems like it's far away, but it really isn't. In the meantime, we have to just understand that the things that are unfolding, everything is meant to be, and it's part of the bigger equation in order for balance to be restored, because we have gone way off course here. Way off course. And now the chickens have come home to roost. And we don't want to be part of we don't want to get sucked into the reactions of those who have no purpose or are looking to feed I'm going to say darker, but it really isn't. Honestly, it's all gray. It's all gray. Maybe it's shades of gray. We can't get sucked into that or feed into that. And it takes practice, right? We have to go to the light over here. Do whatever it takes to center and balance here. All of this from last year was a part of the equation. Let's not feed into fear. Let's unite in a powerful purpose. How's that? I think that's good. Okay. Well, for somebody who really didn't have a topic, when she got home, we went on our walk this morning over at the cemetery, and we didn't get rained on. It was great. So for somebody who really didn't have a topic, boy, you know, sometimes I just open my crown chakra and it just goes flowing through. I'm gonna come here and say hi. Look at who's here. She wasn't here. You haven't seen her for a couple weeks. She's been around though. You know, we went to, I don't know if any of you have seen my pictures of my kitty. I thought she might come down. She got a haircut. She looks really cute. She looks like a Velveteen Rabbit. She will be 22 February 11th. I can't believe it. And this is her best friend, right? Andante, come on in here. She's talking away out there. She'll do that. She doesn't know what she wants sometimes. But, you know, let's touch base and tune in to anything and everything that will align us as a collective consciousness. Eye contact, send love, send energy. Come on in, honey. Come on. She's not locked anywhere. She just lays down. She sometimes Andante hears me talking, right? And then she wants to kind of chime in. She'll do that when I work too. And then my people will be like, "Oh, is she all right? Is there?" It's like, she's fine. She's just trying to interject from the other room. So, but yeah, I wanted to touch base with you guys and send you lots of love and support. Do I need a queening? Is that what you think? Come on up here. Come up here so people can see you. Dear, say hi. Oh, you're so sweet. People want to see you. They miss you. Yes, look at your sweet face. Yeah. You know, do what you can. Also, we need to remind ourselves what belongs to us and what doesn't. Sometimes we'll see something that's so sometimes we'll see stuff that's like so off kilter, or we see parents that aren't doing their job, or we see things. Of course, you always want to get to the bottom of that, but sometimes we start veering across the center line into what's your business and what isn't. We always want to be responsible, right? Children need to be protected, and pets need to be protected, and old people need to be protected. Or what am I saying? Everybody deserves to be protected, and they deserve to be safe. But not everything is ours to solve. And I'll tell you that, for me, I have to practice daily. I know, love. I have to practice daily because, I'm somebody that's going to jump in the car and go and whatever. And sometimes it's not our problem to solve. And it'll devour you if you keep allowing that free rent to take up free rent in your head. You have to clear that out. Okay? So, oh, you're so pretty. They got a bath this week on Dante and Scout. They went to the new salon, Dave's Doggy Den. They moved their salon over on River Lane, and it's bigger and it's nicer, and they got their nails and their hair done, and they just feel so special, huh? I know. She's a little yellow bandana. It's really cute with her white fur. But I'm gonna sign out now. I hope that made sense. I have no recollection of what I just told you. But trust me when I say it was sent to you with love and support. And we're gonna move through these stages and steps together as a community, as a collective consciousness. And we're not going to allow this static and these frequencies to devour us. That's our goal, okay? That's our goal, all right? Like I said, what's our response? You see somebody driving down the street 100 miles an hour, right? Well, maybe you should call a cop. But, we have to remind ourselves, without being selfish, I don't mean being selfish, but we have to remind ourselves, like, what's our responsibility? Right? You're not driving like that, okay? How much are we going to ingest it and let it spin us out? That's what we have to be mindful of. And practice makes perfect, okay? So, all right, love to you guys. I'll see you next week at 11:11 on Sunday morning. Get outside, get with nature, fill your bird feeders, whatever it takes to bring that into your orbit. Okay. Self-love is key. Take your D3 still. It's not going to hurt anything. Stay well here so we can stay well here. Right? Okay? I love you. Have a great week. I'll see you next week. So remember those little planetary trigger points. And hey, we can master this. We can handle it. All right? Okay. Stay well.